Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining iContact for Salesforce Leadership Webinar, Salesforce and Email, Boosting the Bottom Line. I'd like to begin by introducing myself. My name is India Williams, and I'm the Product Services Trainer here at iContact, and I'll be your moderator today. So before we begin, I would like to go over a few housekeeping items. First, if you should experience any audio issues during this presentation, I would suggest first checking your speaker settings as well as your internet connection. You can also try exiting and re-entering. That can sometimes resolve the issue. But let us know by typing a message into the chat box. Also, if you have any questions for the speakers, they will be addressed during Q&A in the order in which they were received. So if you could just type those into the chat box as well, great. Also, we will be sending a link to the recorded version of this webinar to your email address within 2 to 3 business days, so be on the lookout for that. Now I'd like to introduce your speakers for today. The first speaker is Stacy McNabb of Earth Rangers. Stacy has over 10 years of experience as an accomplished marketing professional with a successful track record in developing and executing marketing strategies and campaigns, with the unique ability to understand the ongoing market landscape and customer trends. For the past 5.5 years, Stacy has worked for Earth Rangers, a not-for-profit organization committed to empowering children to bring back the wild. At Earth Rangers, she has played a lead role in developing, executing, and marketing national programs that engage children and their families to take action to help protect animals and their habitats. Our next speaker is Stephen Roush of iContact. Stephen is the team lead of the iContact for Salesforce technical support team. He's a professional hip-hop actor turned support consultant who also uses his unique perspective and skill set to help his clients get the most out of their email marketing campaign. He's on a mission to decommoditize support by positioning his team as his client's trusted advisor. And with 94% customer satisfaction and an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars in 2015 on the Salesforce App Exchange, he's off to a good start. So before we get started, I would like to just go over the agenda to give you an idea of what you can expect to learn today. First, Stacy is going to tell you all about Earth Rangers and how Earth Rangers uses iContact for Salesforce for their email marketing. Stephen is going to let you know the benefits of using iContact for Salesforce. And then we'll move into Q&A. So without any further ado, I'll turn the presentation over to Stacy.
To start, I'd like to tell you just a bit about Earth Rangers and our program. Earth Rangers is the kids' conservation organization dedicated to educating children and their families about biodiversity, inspiring them to adopt sustainable behaviors, and empowering them to become directly involved in protecting animals and their habitats. So by the numbers. Through national television partnerships and extensive in-school education programs, we reach millions of children every year. One of the main ways we engage children is through our school assembly program. Delivered in over 800 schools a year across Canada, it's a dynamic and interactive presentation for grades 1 to 6 that leverage the shared innate connection children of all backgrounds have to animals. Through the power of live animal demonstrations and positive science-based information, our high-quality programs educate students about the importance of protecting biodiversity while highlighting diverse and inspiring conservation issues across Canada. We also deliver hands-on curriculum-linked classroom visit programs for grades 3 to 6, which explore subjects like climate change, pollination, and wildlife habitats and more depth. Another key way that we connect with our target audience is through television. We have almost daily exposure of 30-second PSAs airing on kid-targeted networks, such as YTV, Teletoon, and Disney, and in addition, airing of adult-targeted PSAs on networks such as Global and specialty channels like HGTV. So, kids sign up to become Earth Rangers through our membership program, which launched in the fall of 2013. Since then, over 100,000 children from across Canada have signed up to become official Earth Rangers. Our membership program provides children with tangible activities, real-life conservation projects, and engaging online content. As part of the membership program, kids are encouraged and inspired to take action to protect animals and their habitats through a few different ways. First off, Bring Back the Wild is our kid-powered fundraising program that launched in April of 2010. Each year, we work with our conservation partners to identify Canadian species that are facing threats in the wild. We then develop tangible projects to protect these animals, ranging from conservation research to land acquisition to habitat stewardship. Members are then encouraged to select one of the animals and start a fundraising campaign to help protect them. To date, over 270,000 kids have participated, and over $1.6 million has been raised for conservation. Another way we engage kids is through Earth Rangers missions. Missions are fun, tangible activities for members that are designed to demonstrate the collective impact of working together towards a common goal and always relate back to animals. To date, over 110,000 missions have been accepted by our members. Through missions, our members have accomplished things like recycling over 130,000 kilograms of batteries, planted over 7,500 pollinator gardens, built 6,000 bird feeders to feed hungry birds, and over 6,000 members have taken action to save energy in their homes. Lastly, an important part of the Earth Rangers experience is the Wildwire blog on earthrangers.com. With over 900 articles published to date and counting, the Wildwire blog is a one-stop shop for our members to access the latest news from Earth Rangers, including Bring Back the Wild project updates, cool facts about animals and videos, and much more. Members can also communicate with each other through comments and earn badges for their participation in the community. Email marketing. As you can see, we have a lot of different programs and content to engage our audiences with. Beyond big marketing channels like TV, and for us, our school assembly program, it's important for any organization, but especially a not-for-profit, to have a turnkey, adaptable, and cost-effective marketing tool that allows us to further connect with our audiences. This is where email marketing comes in, and why a platform like iContact is an invaluable tool. In 2015 alone, we executed over 30 different email campaigns, and with a distribution of over 1.3 million. So the key objectives we aim to achieve through our email marketing campaigns are as follows. Have ongoing communication with our audiences and key stakeholders, keep Earth Rangers top of mind and relevant, drive engagement with our brands and programs, and of course, solicit donations and encourage kids to fundraise. So let's chat a bit about our key audiences and email marketing initiatives. We have a very diverse audience at Earth Rangers. We talk to members, which we define as kids and their families, schools, whether that be teachers, principals, and administrators, donors, partners, and sponsors, and board of directors and our advisory committee. The use of email marketing as a communication tool allows us the flexibility to easily customize and tailor our messaging to any given targeted audience. Some of the ways we use email marketing to engage our audiences are the marketing of new projects and programs, such as a new conservation project or a new mission. We've seen great increases in the acceptance of Earth Rangers missions after an e-blast has been deployed that encourages kids to participate. Contests and promotions, events, holiday greetings and celebratory achievements, as a sales tool for school assembly bookings, corporate volunteer days, prospective sponsors and donors, and even our e-store. Our holiday e-store email marketing campaign last year led to over 80 orders being placed within 24 hours of deploying the e-blast. Also, we use email marketing for monthly and quarterly e-newsletters, and lastly, and importantly, ask for donations and support. So you're probably wondering why we made the move to iContact. Well, our previous email service provider was not very user-friendly. Also, and more importantly, our database has been housed within Salesforce for quite a few years now. Our previous email service provider did not link to Salesforce. Therefore, our email marketing data had to be moved from our email service provider to the Salesforce platform and vice versa. This was not only time-consuming, but the risk of error in the management of the database was higher with this process. As a result of these things, it was important for us to have an email service provider that allowed us a seamless integration with our existing CRM, Salesforce. So iContact for Salesforce was just the app for this. But furthermore, you might still be asking, why iContact for Salesforce? Well, it's a very flexible interface. At any given time, any EarthRanger team member can jump into iContact and easily navigate it. There are a lot of different email templates available to choose from. And really important, no prior knowledge of HTML coding is needed, which is really important for a not-for-profit when you have a really lean team. Excellent customer technical support team, should any issues arise. It's cost-effective. And more importantly, it offers great reporting and tracking features. Given the sheer number of email campaigns we execute on a yearly basis, it's really important for us to have access to great reporting and tracking data, which allows us to track the effectiveness of our campaigns and also test out different email strategies and tactics.
So integrating email with Salesforce. Hey everybody, I'm Stephen. We've seen how integrating Salesforce with email is a winning combination for EarthRangers, and now let's see how iContact for Salesforce can help you too. Let's break it down. When we set out to build iContact for Salesforce, we wanted to make something that was deeply integrated into Salesforce so that our app added even more value to your CRM. And one of the things we're most proud of is there's no need to leave Salesforce or to learn a new application. If you know how to use Salesforce, you know how to use iContact for Salesforce. Now we're built onto the campaign object, and I'll show you how we help you conquer your campaigns. So first, I'd like to talk about the iContact Message Builder tab. This is the easiest way to build gorgeous emails. Our WYSIWYG editor comes with nearly 700 professionally designed themes. All of them are mobile responsive, and there is no additional coding required. And we also have a message coder editor, which is more of a blank canvas. So if you're an experienced designer, Message Coder would let you push your design and coding skills to the max. Next, I'd like to talk about our sender reputation. According to senderscore.org, only 28% of messages sent worldwide ever reach the inbox. With iContact for Salesforce, you're partnered with a trusted sender with a proven track record of inbox delivery. Our current deliverability rating is 98%, and we owe a lot of that to our deliverability team, our in-house deliverability experts. They do everything from managing DKIM, maintaining a good sending reputation with leading email service providers, and policing our sending IPs for malicious senders. Next, I'll talk about reports and dashboards. Because we're deeply integrated into your CRM, you can harness the power of Salesforce reports and dashboard widgets. Our app comes bundled with dozens of prefabricated reports and dashboards so your sales and marketing teams can see who's engaging with your campaigns, and management can monitor the entire operation at a glance. And of course, support. iContact for Salesforce is supported by a dedicated, award-winning team that has earned over 200 AppExchange reviews. Our senior support consultants are seasoned professionals. There's not much we haven't seen and resolved. So rest assured, no matter which challenges you face down the road, with iContact for Salesforce support in your corner, you'll never go it alone. So our application is designed to send email to the contacts and leads that already live in your org. Let's take a closer look at how you can get the most out of that functionality. Complete ROI tracking. Tracking leads in Salesforce through the entire sales process. Now, your sales teams are already working with Salesforce leads and opportunities, and iContact for Salesforce plugs right into the pipeline you've already created. You can easily see when leads convert to opportunities from your email marketing campaigns. There's even a campaign influence report built right in that you can use to see where your leads are in the pipeline. And all of this allows you to track engagement at the individual contact and lead level. Now, that brings us to targeting through segmentation. Some email marketing novices believe the best strategy is to send as many emails as possible to as many people as possible, thereby increasing the odds that any one person would interact with a campaign, click, and convert. We call this tactic the spray and pray technique. Please, people, please do not spray and pray. It's not an effective way to reach your audience. Remember that deliverability team I mentioned a few slides back? If you spray and pray, they'll find you, and they won't be happy. Targeted email campaigns are successful email campaigns, and the more targeted and relevant the content, the better. Remember, your subscribers don't want to have to tell you again and again what they like. You should already know this information. It lives in your data, and we give you tools you need to send hyper-relevant email with pinpoint accuracy. Using our targeted send functionality, you can send the right follow-up message to the subscribers who opened your last email, to those who opened and clicked a specific link, or even to those who may have been too busy to open it the first time around. Now, a note to any current iContact for Salesforce customers who may be tuning in. If you're having trouble making sense of your data, or if you're ready to kick things up a notch, give us a call and ask about partnering with a strategic advisor. We call them SAs for short. An SA can help you uncover hidden insights in your data that you could use to increase your open and click rates, convert more leads, and drive your business forward. Now, for everyone tuned in here, let's see iContact for Salesforce in action. What we've covered so far today is just scratching the surface of the app. If you like what you've seen so far, I encourage you to watch the demos on YouTube or to reach out to our sales team and schedule a free live demonstration. So you'll find recorded demos at youtube.com/user/iContact. Again, that's youtube.com/user/iContact. And our sales team can be reached by email at sales@icontact.com or by phone at 1-877-820-7837. And should you ever need technical support, you can reach me and my team by email at salesforce@icontact.com or by phone at 1-866-331-3208. For everyone tuning in today, if you'd like to make a difference, I ask you to think about Earth Rangers and their mission. They're teaching children the value of protecting Earth's biodiversity and of considering how even their small, everyday actions have lasting effects on our planet. If their mission resonates with you, even to the slightest degree, I want you to know there are many ways you can get involved, from signing up for their newsletter, to volunteering, to the most impactful way of all, making a donation. Your generosity makes it possible for a young girl or boy to become an Earth Ranger at no cost to them. I'm reminded of Carl Sagan and what he said about our home planet when it was photographed by Voyager 1 on Valentine's Day back in 1990. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known. For more information about Earth Rangers and to make a donation, please visit earthrangers.org. Again, that's earthrangers.org. Let's help Stacy and her colleagues empower the next generation to bring back the wild and cherish our pale blue dot.
And we're ready to move on into Q&A. There are a few questions that did come into the chat box, and so I'm going to start with the first one that came in from Deborah. Deborah says, I'm hoping to find out how to create a list and then exclude from that list based on particular criteria. For example, give me all customers who have not yet purchased a particular product this year.
I think I could handle that one.
Okay.
So Deborah, the way you would do that is in Salesforce, you would build a report. And one of the filter criteria you could use is your products or a list of products. and you can configure the report in such a way to show all contacts you have in your database while removing the ones who have already purchased or showed interest in a certain product. Simply by changing one of the operators in the report from the default, which is equal to not equal to. And that's definitely something that we could help you with here in support. If you wanted to give us a call, we could walk you through the steps of putting that report together.
All right, thank you, Stephen. Another question from Megan. We don't currently utilize leads within Salesforce. Can I still use iContact and get the same benefits?
Absolutely. You could use contacts. You don't have to use leads. You don't have to move anyone through a pipeline. Our application works just fine, straight with your contacts.
Great, thanks, Stephen. Jennifer asks, when will Salesforce letterhead be usable in iContact? We've been waiting for quite a while now.
Thanks for the question there, Jennifer. Our developers are currently working on that update, and they were able to identify what the issue was, and it's a matter of them updating that code, testing it, moving it into beta, and then moving it into production.
Thanks, Stephen. A different Megan asks, I'm having trouble integrating our Salesforce data with the iContact message builder. How do I go about doing this?
Well, typically, Megan, you wouldn't want to integrate your data into the message builder. You would use the message builder rather to build your emails. And if that is a bit of confusion there, please give us a call and we could walk you through the process of either helping you separate that data from the message builder or to help you build those messages inside of message builder, whichever it turns out that you would need.
Great. Miguel has a question. He says, Stephen, you mentioned that we can call iContact to get tips, feedback to improve conversion, ROI, click-through, etc. You mentioned to ask for sales advocates. Is that correct?
You can call our support line, and we'll do what we can to help you increase those metrics. But if you are looking to partner with someone within our organization, we would recommend calling sales instead and asking about working with a strategic advisor. That way we could gather some more information about what you're looking for and make sure you're partnered with the right person to help you take your email marketing to where you want it to go.
Great. So it looks like strategic advisor is that term that Miguel was looking for.
Okay.
Wonderful. Gabriella wants to know, what's the best way to determine effective subject lines for your email campaign?
Well, Gabriella, you need to consider the fact that the subject line is the first thing people are going to see. So you want that to be something that's enticing, something that gives them information about the message that's in there, and something that encourages them to open up the email and to actually read it. You could test a number of subject lines. You could try using different calls to action within the subject line. Or you could even partner with one of our strategic advisors. They might be able to put together a comprehensive plan that you could follow to systematically test subject lines that work best for your marketing and for your industry.
And just to jump in here, I know that we've done a lot of testing of subject lines from our end as well, and everything that Stephen said is great advice, because sometimes you might not be sure. You might have really two compelling subject lines, and what we've done in the past is we've sent out the initial email to a smaller group in the list. We've tested the two subject lines, and once we determine which one has performed better, then we send out a second email with the subject line that performed the best, and perform the best could be defined by, the open rates and the click-through rates of your email.
That's exactly what you should do. It's split testing those messages.
Great. Wonderful advice. Davin wants to know, what do you notice is a good first sentence to take advantage of the email preview line?
That's actually a really tough question to answer. I think the email preview line is very similar to the subject line. you also want that to be something that's enticing and going to draw people in. Speaking from personal experience, I like the preview lines that maybe complete the thought of the subject line or take the subject line in an interesting direction. That leads me to think I'm only going to know where this message is going by actually opening the email and reading it. And again, that's something that you could test the same way that you would test out a subject line.
Great. George asks, do you recommend using the iContact email builder over the Salesforce email template upload?
At this point in time, George, I would recommend that. And that's actually a question that's related to Jennifer's a few questions back. I would definitely recommend using the iContact Message Builder tab so that you can build those messages, make them look beautiful, and then move them into your Salesforce org and get them sent out.
Great. Olivia says, let's see here, many of my iContact Salesforce emails to customers are going to their junk folder. Even when I test the email by sending it to myself, it continues to go to my junk folder. How can I improve my current iContact deliverability?
Great question, Olivia. This is actually something that's related to domain spoofing. Whenever you use a third party like iContact and you have a certain set of security criteria on your incoming mail server, that third party could be seen as a suspicious entity. So when your incoming mail server settings are set to a very secure level, they want to make sure that everyone has explicit permission from every point of the process to send your email. And you can get around having your messages delivered to spam by updating your sender policy framework and by whitelisting our sending IPs. Now, that's something that you would have to partner with your IT department on, and you could give us a call here in support. We could give you the specific string that we would recommend for your SPF record and our short list of sending IPs that we would recommend you have whitelisted.
Great. So that brings us to the end of our presentation today. I do see that there are other questions, and don't worry, we will record each question and we'll get answers sent out to everyone. So we've got the record of your question. Don't worry, we will definitely reach out to you. Also, remember that we are going to be sending you a link to the recorded version of this webinar. Look out for that in your emails within 2 to 3 business days. So we want to thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to join us. We hope you've learned some valuable information. But remember, if you need additional questions answered, you can always reach out to the wonderful Salesforce support team. Thank you, Stephen and Stacy, for taking today to give us some valuable information as well.
And my pleasure. Thank you, India.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day, everyone. Goodbye.